All right, so I'm sitting here with Jay Price and Diane Oliveira. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
And we are. It's Thursday night. It is 10:36, and we are talking about baptism on Sunday because we are so excited. Um, and Jay was just sharing with me his testimony for Sunday, but more really just his heart. And I just had to share a little bit of Jay's story with each of you because it is so true for all of us. And I just love the way that Jay was expressing what literally got him to like us sitting in our queer little office, right?
I love this place.
And so, Jay, we were just kind of reviewing, right? Like, what was it like the first time you came to Liquid? Like, how you said it took you, you came the first time, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then it took you like a month almost to come back.
Yes.
Why was that?
Well, the first step was my very first step was coming to Liquid. It was difficult to leave this world of mine that I only knew without a relationship with God, but that whole kind of world of that separate world.
Mm-hmm.
And then to come into Liquid and have the warmth and the music and such, it was really a big deal for me to have all that around me so quick. It was like, oh, too much. So a month I couldn't get it out of my mind. For the whole month I couldn't get the thoughts of the feeling I had at church at Liquid and how I felt there was something going on, something stirring in me. So I spent more time not trying to come back to Liquid than I was to actually just to show up.
Right.
So about a month later I showed up again and I never stopped showing up. I was constantly here. I heard the words relationship with God for the first time, and that was a paradigm shift in my entire world with how I looked at things and how I looked at church. And it really was something that made me change. Not even change my heart, change my view of what I was doing in life and how my approach on things. And then I kept on, I continued, and then my growth continued. It was chipping away at me. It was chipping away at my heart, chipping away at my mind. And spiritually, I was growing as well. I guess that's the Holy Spirit speaking to me. The Holy Spirit was speaking to me. So from there, I went to my starting point.
Mm-hmm. Love that part.
The starting point was good. The starting point was very scary for me. The starting point was the part where I was scared to death. I didn't know. I've known the Bible. I've held the Bible my whole life. And the funny thing is that even though I had the Bible, I always carried it around with me. I own one. I was afraid they were going to ask me something about the Bible. I was afraid because I didn't know anything. I wanted to know about it, but I didn't know about it. And they said I didn't need to know anything about it, so that's why I said I'm going. Because they said I didn't need to know anything about it. So I showed up. I had the kit. I had my Bible with me, and I didn't need to know anything about it. And there was a bunch of other people that didn't know anything about it, and I felt very so.
All right, so we're picking up on. So you came to Liquid. You ended up staying.
Yeah.
And then you went through Starting Point.
Starting Point.
Awesome. And now you're taking your next step.
My next step was going in with a life group.
Okay.
I was talking to some people. They were saying they were mentioning life groups, and that there's an awesome life group. This guy you're really gonna like, and his name's Ron Augustus, and but he's all the way on Clifton. I said, you know what? I don't care where it is. I said, I'm doing this, and you think that'd be good? You're like, oh, you're gonna love these great people, this and the other. I'm like, all right. So I said, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get in the life group. So the day comes, the life group day comes, and I get the GPS and I drive out there and I'm sitting in front of the house, and I was sitting out there and I'm sitting out there and I could just, there was once again doesn't happen as easy as you would like it to happen. There's that tension where you're just sitting in front of that house, and you're gonna meet these people you never met before. And I've never had that experience of a life group before, so I was just sitting there, and I was thinking, like, I can just either just sink in the seat and just, if I just left, they would never know. They would know. They would just be like, oh, this guy Jay didn't make it, and that would be that. And that would be, and I would be just gone, and that would be one more thing that I would probably regret to have done. I definitely would have regretted to have done. But there was something bigger in me. There was something that was calling me, and I needed to find out more. And it was fun going to church and learning about Jesus Christ, and knowing that there's a calling there for me to get to know Him and get that relationship and build that relationship. And I wanted to build a relationship. So I was like, I'm going to do this. There was something bigger inside of me to make me get out of the truck. And I walked in there. I said, no matter what, I'll just introduce myself. And I met some of the greatest, most wonderful people, and that helped me grow in this and develop my relationship with God in so many ways. That chasm of leaving that car in that small safety zone I had, to go out there and take a little bit of a chance and meet these people. It's hard to express how grateful I am to each and every one of them, and how they support me, and how I grow with them every time I meet them, and to have that support group with me on this. So definitely a life group was a wonderful next step on my journey, and getting to know God. And that was my last step before this step, which is baptism.